Welcome to the Explainer. Okay, today we're unpacking a massive leap in how we actually build, manage, and most importantly, secure our AI agents. Look, as developers using AI coding assistants, we know the raw power they have, but we also know that deep existential anxiety of just letting them run wild on our systems. So today we're diving into N8N Desk. It's a brand new, open source application that acts as an execution layer for your AI agents, and it solves some pretty huge security and scalability problems.
To really get why this is such a game changer, just listen to Marcel, the creator of N8N Desk. He actually admitted, "I also had code doing destructive actions that resulted in me saying sorry to clients." Yeah, that's literally the nightmare scenario, right? We call this vibe coding, basically letting an AI blindly execute bash commands on our local machines just to see what happens. It's incredibly powerful until it suddenly deletes a critical file or completely nukes a client's environment. We definitely need a better, safer way to work.
So, here's our roadmap for today's Explainer. We'll cover the risk of local AI, getting N8N Desk set up, visual AI debugging, context engineering, chat hub agents, and finally, enterprise security. Let's dive into this.
Section 1. The risk of local AI and why vibe coding is actually super dangerous.
Before we look at the fix, we really need to understand the headache we're facing as technical developers right now. Tools like Claude Desktop are amazing, absolutely, but they run code locally. That means running risky bash commands with basically zero central audit trail for what the AI actually did under the hood. N8N Desk totally flips this model. Instead of running on our local machines, it offloads all that execution to our cloud N8N instance. Our credentials stay totally encrypted, and we get a complete visual audit trail for every single action the agent takes. It completely flips the security paradigm in our favor.
Moving on to Section 2. Setting up N8N Desk and connecting MCP servers.
Getting this up and running relies on N8's new official beta Model Context Protocol, or MCP. This is what fundamentally upgrades our AI from just generating code to actually building real workflows. And the setup? It's a surprisingly frictionless three-step handshake. You just open the connectors manager, grab the MCP URL from your N8N instance settings, and authenticate. That uses secure OAuth 2.0 token authentication. There's absolutely no password exchange happening here. It creates a highly secure, passwordless bridge between your AI assistant and your N8N workflows.
Okay, Section 3, Visual AI Workflow Debugging, or as I like to think of it, moving way beyond the terminal. This brings us to a really cool new industry term, vibe flowing, or flogramming. Instead of begging an AI to spit out hundreds of lines of raw, error-prone code, we're using the AI via the N8N MCP to visually build and connect node-based workflows directly onto a canvas. Your AI is literally dragging, dropping, and connecting electronic nodes for you based entirely on your prompt.
And this brilliantly illustrates the massive relief here. If an AI generates a huge block of text and it fails, we all know the absolute nightmare of hunting for a missing comma on line 81 in some dark terminal. But with N8N, if an execution fails, you just go to your visual canvas and immediately spot the exact specific electronic node that turned red and broke. It brings immediate visual clarity to debugging complex automations.
Which leads us to Section 4, Context Engineering and Skills, and how we're upgrading your AI.
So this is where context engineering comes into play. We're not just talking about basic prompt engineering here. Context engineering is feeding the AI deep structural knowledge about the exact environment it's working in. Because we have these massive context windows now, literally up to 1 million tokens, the N8N MCP actually ships with a 500-line SDK reference document. It automatically reads this file, so the AI instantly knows the absolute optimal way to build within the N8N system before you even give it its first task.
But the best part is we aren't stuck with just the out-of-the-box stuff. You can integrate custom GitHub skill stores directly into N8N. You can hook up official marketplaces, pull in community-built repositories like the fantastic skills built by community member Ramul, or just upload your own private customized skill stores. This is brilliant because it prevents vendor lock-in. You're teaching your AI exactly how you want it to build, using specific files and rules tailored perfectly to your unique business.
Think of these connected workflows as additive skills. It's kind of like a giant puzzle. You might start with a workflow for support ticketing, right? Then you snap on a calendar API, then Google Maps scraping, and maybe some cold outreach logic. Every time you connect a new customized skill or workflow, they stack together. You are essentially training a highly competent, feature-rich AI employee whose capabilities just compound over time.
All right, Section 5, Specialized Chat Hub Agents and Abstracting All That Complexity. Now, N8N Desk completely abstracts all this heavy engineering through specialized chat hub agents. A non-technical staff member doesn't need to stare at a workflow canvas or even know what an API is. They literally just open a chat interface and type, "What meetings do I have today, Callie?" Callie is an AI agent running securely on the back end, hooked up to calendar APIs, and it streams the result directly into the chat. It's a completely frictionless experience that delivers all the value without exposing any of the complex engineering underneath.
And that brings us to our final section, Section 6, Enterprise Security, Auditing, and Scaling Safely. If we're going to scale this safely across a large team, we absolutely need granular role-based access control. Say you've got an enterprise end user, like a sales rep. They log in and they only see that chat hub. They literally cannot break anything. But as a developer or an admin, we get full access to the co-workspaces, the visual workflow builders, and those vital audit trails. This granular control means we can scale AI across the entire organization safely without fundamentally changing how our teams operate.
As developers, this right here is our peace of mind. Because all execution is offloaded to N8N, the AI agent itself never actually touches your raw credentials. They stay completely encrypted and hidden. Plus, every single automated action generates a detailed visual log, so you can audit absolutely everything. And, incredibly, N8N Desk is model agnostic. That means you can even plug in a local model like Llama to keep highly sensitive client data completely private and on-premise. It is total oversight and total security.
The open source community is just moving incredibly fast right now, and tools like this prove that we really don't have to sacrifice security to get all the crazy benefits of AI automation. We can have the visual debugging, the encrypted credentials, and the powerful context engineering. So I'll leave you with this. Knowing that you can securely connect literally any tool and write custom logic without vendor lock-in, what custom skills are you going to build for your secure open source AI employee? Go dive into the documentation, start experimenting, and I'll catch you on the next explainer.